This morning, anti-Semitism in the classroom. A community college coming under fire after a professor encouraged students to participate in anti-Israel demonstrations. Professors at a community college say one of their colleagues lobbied for them to take a stand against Israel and incorporated that viewpoint in the classroom. Joining us now with this and more is Defending Education's Director of Outreach, Erika Sanzi. Good morning to you, Erika. Great to see you as always.
Good morning, Jan.
This did happen in Palos Hills, Illinois at Moraine Valley Community College. Now, the emails from this professor were made public this week after your organization, Defending Education, sent a Freedom of Information Act request. So tell us what you guys found.
So what we found was a professor at a community college, and that's important because a lot of people think this is sort of only a thing at these very elite Ivy League type schools. He was obsessed with this issue of Palestine. He posts photos of his classroom absolutely covered in Palestinian flags. There's a black and white keffiyeh that hangs over his chair as if it was, a sweater in case he got cold. And he was urging the school to endorse the BDS movement, so the Boycott, Divestment, and Sanctions movement. But also he was badgering his colleagues over email, essentially saying that he thought everyone should feel safe on campus, but the real people right now who don't feel safe and need their help are the Palestinians because they're experiencing the horrors of ethnic cleansing and genocide. And then he added, a chemistry class could be an amazing time to talk about Israel's use of white phosphorus, skunk water, tear gas, and other such weapons used against Palestinian civilians, including children. Now, there is a hero in the story, and every good story has one, and that is their chemistry teacher who responded and said, I am here to teach chemistry and to support my students in their learning process in any way that I can. I sincerely hope that there are others on the counseling staff who have equal empathy for our Jewish students who are traumatized by the terrorist attack on October 7th. So he did get some pushback, but...
he's still employed, though? He's still there?
As far as I know, he's still there, very public as well. Like, the reason that we decided to even look into this school was because of a lot of public postings by him. So this is kind of like his thing. What I will say is different is you don't see the mobs of students, in masks, taking over buildings, marching around.
Who are following what he's saying. So
this is a staff thing at a community college. Important to be aware of, but not nearly as intense as what we see on some other campuses.
Yeah, no doubt. From the Midwest to the Northeast now, parents riled up in Newton, Massachusetts after a ninth grade math lesson basically asked ninth graders how systemic racism essentially leads to higher incarceration rates. I think we even have a picture of what this question looked like on the test. What do you make of this?
Yeah, I mean, this isn't surprising. It's very common for them to take sort of one piece of their worldview and bake it into their, in this case, math class. The first three questions about the graph, I mean, I think they're a little bit more defensible, though they're, again, obviously designed to lead students to a specific conclusion with limited information. Oddly, they left Asians out of the graph because they have the lowest incarceration rates, and, we can't let the kids know that. But the last question is ridiculous because it says, explain how you believe systematic racism creates the data displayed here. Now, that's a problem because it essentially says you have to believe that this is because of systemic or structural racism, that's the reason, right? And so if you're a really strong math student, but you don't happen to subscribe to that belief.
Correct.
Do you fail math?
Do you get it wrong if you disagree with that question? Exactly. And this is why so many parents are riled up about this particular test. And we're going to talk more about this another time if we can. Defending Education's Director of Outreach, Erika Sanzi. Always great to see you. Hope you have a great weekend.
You too. Great to see you, Jan.
Thank you.